All right, we're going to start to dive into the electrical aspect of our Revit 2013. And I think in the beginning here, we're going to just kind of get in and start to place some electrical objects on a linked architectural file. We'll after we introduce, kind of the placement aspect of how to place receptacles and lights and fixtures and stuff to the walls, then we'll take a step back and talk a little bit more about linking in the architectural model and doing copy monitoring and creating views and grid lines and levels and all that kind of stuff for our electrical model. And then we can further that by creating some systems and stuff. But in the beginning, all we want to do is learn a little bit here about placing electrical objects. So generally, we place our electrical objects on a linked architectural model most of the time, I would say 95+% of the time. It's important we start with the right template file because that will have our default views and our content, our electrical fixtures and maybe our title blocks and our standards and all of our electrical kind of stuff. The project will be pre-established with an electrical bias to it. And these are again set through our options back up in here that we talked about in the very beginning of this series. So I'm going to start a new project by just using the electrical template file. And the first thing I'm going to do here, again, and we'll go into this more detail later, is I'm going to just link in an architectural model. So I'm going to go to the Insert tab here on the top, and there's all kinds of linking and importing. You can see linking here on this panel, importing, load from library to grab views and groups and stuff. But we want to link in a Revit file, not an AutoCAD file, but or a CAD file. And inside of there, I'm going to go to my sample folder, which is located here on C. My Revit sample folders, and you can go get it off of our we did place a shortcut here, but that is in the samples folder. So let's just, so you make sure you know where that file is. If we were to go here and say open, and then we go down to this samples folder here, just in case, this folder here, C program files, Autodesk Revit 2013 program samples. Inside of there's a file called Arch Link Model. Okay, so I'm not going to open it. This is the opening, but I just wanted to show you where that file is. And of course, in the beginning, we did copy all those to a separate folder called My Revit, and there it is here again. Okay, so I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to stop that. I just wanted to show you where the file is. And it comes with the installation, so we can say link Revit. But for the most part, you can use any architectural model. It really doesn't matter. So we'll grab that, we'll link it in. We're going to go down here, and this is important that we go down here and we say auto origin to origin. Because when you have a structural and a mechanical and an electrical and an architectural model, we have a common kind of origin or 0, base point. And this ensures that all the models will line up and synchronize geographically. Okay, we can also use by shared coordinates if that's been set up. So we can use manual and stuff like that. And again, that's more part of a lesson on linking, which we've done if you search on our CAD Clips webpage. So we've selected this file. We're going to link it in using auto origin to origin. And all we have to do is hit our open button, and it will come. So it comes in 1:1 real world size, and I'm in my level 1 lighting, and there's my architectural model, and there's my elevation bubbles. So the first thing I probably want to do is move those, outside of the way here a little bit. And again, I'm not going to get into detail right now with, getting this set up. All I want to do is go in here and start to place some objects and stuff in here. So the first thing you'll notice is that the linked file, if I hover over it, is one big object. If I pick on that, it'll all turn blue, and you can see that it's a linked model. If you go in your project browser down here, Revit links, there it is there. Okay, you can click on here and you can right click and have a look at that, and you can reload and stuff like that. So I'm picking out. So now, and it is a grade or kind of halftone because this view I'm in, lighting, is set up to be the discipline electrical. If I change this discipline of this view to be architectural, not only will it resort itself inside of here, but it'll turn itself into an architectural looking file. Okay. So these are predetermined disciplines. You cannot create or delete. They are factory made. Okay, sub-discipline, you can create your own sub-discipline values, but you cannot create, and you can go to um, our website and also various blogs on the internet and search for Revit discipline. There's lots of good information. So we are going to leave it with electrical, which will make your architectural stuff go halftone. If you want to see the architectural stuff and still have your electrical flavor, you can change your discipline to be coordination, which is kind of a hybrid version of all of the different disciplines, and it will bring your architectural stuff back. Okay. If you don't want to see the tables and chairs, you can use your visibility graphics override and turn off the furniture category within the model within this view. So outside of that, I am now, if I go up to here, I went and moved that to a coordination sub or discipline. So there it is there. I'm just going to go back and make that back to be electrical again, and it's going to resort itself down inside of here. So the project browser is always doing its utmost to reshuffle your views as you change your properties based on how your project browser has been set to view.